It's 2029, and the Resistance is at war. There is a hidden weapon that only one person is aware of, and he must seek assistance to end the conflict for good. Stan Paxton, a living nomad, has survived the nuclear fallout and the war between the Resistance and the machines. He had been living in his bomb bunker before making his way through the wasteland to the dead regions in search of the Resistance. Stan is aware of a Skynet plan since he is tracking their movements, but he is also being watched by an unknown threat. The Rogue Squadron, a faction split from the Resistance after an attack by rival systems Genesis and Legion, is in charge of this menace. Both sought to take down Skynet, but were unsuccessful. The firewall of the Resistance can only keep the systems at bay for a few days before ultimate destruction. To permanently halt the invasion and conflict, a kill switch in a secret bunker must be activated. Only Stan and Charles, the Rogue Squadron's leader, know where it is and how to get there. Stan must find John Connor and assemble a crew to get to the bunker while surviving the fighting at night and being pursued during the day. The Rogue Squadron has a weapon, a very dangerous one. The Resistance will be aware of it, but can it be stopped? Skynet has been watching and tracing every step of a lone traveler on his journey to find the Resistance headquarters. Two factions of the Resistance are at odds with the robots, and one of them is guarding a powerful weapon. Only the Wanderer is aware of the plan and how to permanently end the battle. It's night, a chilly dark night, and there will soon be fire, dead corpses, and mechanical wreckage as the Resistance and robots fight. This time, it's not just a glimpse into the future, we're living it. The Resistance, led by John, rushes to the battlefield and is soon joined by their adversary. A swarm of T-800S, HK tanks, and aerial HKs attack, and the Resistance kills as many as they can during the intense combat. The Resistance retreats after a number of troops are killed and 2 are injured. There is another group of soldiers on the other side of the field, and we see their little secret, which is unlike anything we've seen before. Following the retreat, the soldiers are questioned on how the enemy was rapidly knocked down. The lone survivor awakens on August 29, 2029 to a deserted metropolis, rubble, dust, and bones everywhere. Stan Paxton, a nomad, has survived the fallout and fight between the machines and the Resistance. Despite their split, the Resistance continues to fight Skynet for survival. Stan had been surviving on extremely little supplies while being pursued by the enemy known as Skynet. Stan steps out of a car boot. It's early enough that the sun won't bother him. Stan makes his way to the bottom. At the Resistance base, John Connor is preparing to issue orders for the next battle against the machines, despite the fact that nearly half of his team has split up to create their own faction, the Rogue Squad. The Rogue Squad preserved a couple of files discovered during their firewall preparation after successfully repelling an attack by Legion and Genesis, 2 adversary systems poised to take down Skynet. They carry these files with them and install a firewall to keep competing systems at bay. But there was only a limited time until ultimate destruction. Charles leads the Rogue Squad, and he and his wife Fiona have triggered a secret weapon that they use every night to battle the machines. The Resistance is aware of something, due to Winston, their lead scientist. The Resistance can learn the secret and maybe reassemble with the Rogue Squad with the help of Stan, but they must first find a hidden bunker containing a kill switch that will stop the conflict for good. When Stan returns outside, he finds a Terminator and hides in a bus. The Terminator follows him in and scans for the individual. Stan is able to produce a distraction and escapes the bus, but is met by a bunch of T-800S. He doesn't know what to do and is left at mercy at the Rogue base. We see the secret weapon and Charles is attempting to finish its programming. We see the secret weapon and Charles is attempting to finish its programming. At the Resistance base, they spot Stan in difficulty, so a small rescue team is formed. Scene continued. We return to outdoors with Stan as the T-800S move in closer. Stan closes his eyes and is saved before he knows it. The Drifter boards a vehicle and is taken on a thrilling journey back to the base, pursued by Terminators and HKs.